we are on to the most constructive segment in our movie news. It's our most anticipated ladder. Do you get it? Constructive and
by
ladder.
our, it's James, and yes, I get it, but I'm not acknowledging it.
It was a good one. It's a constructive segment. But yes, no. You guys remember the last most anticipated 2024 ladder we did? So the idea behind it is it's not a list because a list is definitive. A ladder means that people can go up and down the ladder. They can fall off the ladder. They can jump to another ladder. Stuff like that. It's people waiting in line to climb, all that kind of fun little stuff. I would do a visualization, but we're not on video. So another incentive right there.
I don't know who you're trying to. Are you trying to convince me at this point, or the viewers?
Oh, the viewers, man.
Oh,
I know.
right.
I know you're keen to see a visual for this. I would have to draw, so it wouldn't be a good visual, but I'll try my best. So the last ladder. What did we have? We had people that made it were Mission Impossible, Beyond the Spider-Verse, Furiosa, Mickey 17, and Avatar 3. And I said to you that I am going to do, these mostly every time when I host, but there's always this new news, new things getting announced, moves, all that kind of stuff. So we have some announcements. People that aren't waiting in line to join the ladder now. Some people have left because they weren't welcome. Capacity full. Get out of here. That's Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh!
No, that is good because the director sucks and he's going to make a bad movie. That is out of there. That probably won't come back unless I see a good trailer. Deadpool 3. Multiverse of Madness spinoff. Go away. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I need to see the CGI before I can get any ounce of anticipation for this, or anyone else should have any anticipation for it. Ballerina, the director, I can't remember what he did, but it wasn't a good movie and he's not really much of a director, so he's gone. 2 people were let in to be at the line to get onto the ladder. That's Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola. What's he directed?
Godfather.
The Godfather trilogy. Apocalypse Now. I don't need to say much more than that, but it's about an architect who wants to rebuild New York City as a utopia after a devastating disaster.
It's like
led by Adam Driver.
It's like his. What's that word for it? His what's it called? Magnum opus or something? Is that the word for it? It's like the one that
Magnum opus.
Yeah, it's like the one that he's like been playing for years and years and years.
It definitely could be. And so, when you got Adam Driver there, you got a thing like that, and obviously a director who's capable. This could be some potential there. But I need to see more for him to be able to get onto the ladder because he's just not there yet. We got another one. The Fall Guy. Directed by David Leitch. He did the first John Wick, Bullet Train, Atomic Blonde, all the real stunt heavy, kind of real action driven kind of stuff. And, for the most part, those movies are good, but it's got Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Stephanie Hsu, Winston Duke, Hannah Waddingham, and it's going to feature real practical stunts. Apparently, it's like a little love letter to, stunt work and filmmaking, so I think they're going to go all out for that one. He deserves to be in line. The people that stayed in line, A Quiet Place Day 1, Jordan Peele's untitled movie. I mean, if he doesn't announce the title soon, he's going to be gone because I'm sick of waiting at this point. Gladiator 2, Inside Out 2. And someone has jumped off the ladder. He jumped onto the 2025 ladder. That's Avatar 3. Next time I do this, probably Beyond the Spider-Verse will have jumped by that point. I'm fingers crossed that it's not. But Avatar 3 is off the ladder, sadly. It broke my heart to remove that. So 5. We got a newcomer. He's finally been allowed to climb up. It's Joker 2.
Oh.
Faladu. I guess I think that's the title. That's how you pronounce it.
Just say Joker 2.
Joker 2.
We're not French.
Joker 2. This was a really hard one to put in the 5th position. I really, really struggled on what one should do it, but Joker I wasn't too high on. But I've seen some of the set images for this. I've seen the actual release stills from this. Lady Gaga, she can obviously act. We saw it in A Star Is Born. And it's being a musical, which is interesting. Not really, I don't really know how that works in a comic book movie, but I think it can work for what Joker is and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it really goes into how Harley Quinn becomes Harley Quinn, That's fascinating. I love that love story because it's so like twisted and
The psychiatrist.
dark. Yeah, and he's in the hospital now, and so
Mhm.
he can convince it. I think that can be brilliant if they pull it off right and creatively. I think they can do something special with it. In fourth place, we got Mickey 17. In third place, Furiosa. And as remains, second place, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I have no idea what you're doing. You're treating your workers like shit. You're going to stay at second. You're not moving to first. And first remains with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. So, man, remember, this is a list for everybody. This is not my list on what I'm most anticipating. It's much different. Do you think I have the good consensus list on what everybody should be most anticipating in order? Or do you think other people should be on the ladder, off the ladder, in line, or kicked out? What do you think?
What do I think? I think it is a good ladder still. I think because of the hype that Across the Spider-Verse is getting, I think that probably should have been number one. Because I think most people wouldn't know about, the behind the scenes stuff and how it might be delayed and whatnot.
Fair.
So I'll probably swap those two around, Mission Impossible and Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Just because Spider-Verse has the momentum right now.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of your 3, 4, 5, I think they are all, they deserve where they are at right now. I'm glad Avatar's 3. No, I'm not glad. I just want to wind you up there.
It's gone.
Avatar's gone. As soon as I saw that news on my week for Let's Be Real, I was like, haha.
It's off the ladder, yeah. Do you think the replacement's good?
Joker?
Or would you have put someone else there? You got the list there.
Yeah. I would have put Megalopolis there, to be honest.
Ooh, interesting.
Because, it's like a very, very well-known director, probably one of the best of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He delivered so much.
Yeah.
And then also Adam Driver as the lead as well, and we all know that he's a fantastic actor as well. So
Absolutely,
I think just based off those two alone, does it spot? I mean, if you saw that the director have Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio, that's number 5 straight away. Really?
Yeah,
if you think about it that way.
It would be in there.
Yeah, so I'll probably have that over Joker, but all the points that you said about how Joker is he's in that asylum sort of area, and we can actually explore the corruptiveness that Joker can do towards Harley Quinzel and turn her into Harley Quinn. I think that's fantastic because we'd be like that Batman the animated series where Harley Quinn debuted for the first time. She was never a comic book character.
Yeah.
She was transitioned, it was a complete new character for that show, and then she became into the actual pages.
Mm-hmm.
So if the animated series touched upon it a little bit. We saw it briefly in
Suicide Squad.
Especially the extended edition did a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because it fleshed out a bit more, but it's still pretty shit. But if this whole movie is dedicated towards the Joker just targeting this one woman to break her down to his lowest and bring her to his side, and then help us escape. That's at least 1.5 acts there of fantastic storytelling.
Exactly, yeah.
And then another 1.5 to just let loose. So
I think
I do see why I have it at number 5, but I think number 5 for me, I would have put Megalopolis.
Yeah, I need to see something more from Megalopolis to really put it on there, just because Francis Ford Coppola, he has had a lot of misses since obviously some of the best films of all time.
Yeah.
So we need to wait and see. There's just been so much misses recently, and far less than hits. So it's okay, I need to see where you're going with this. Is this the one that you've been waiting for since did the Apocalypse Now and
Godfather.
And Godfather, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. But so he's in line. He's waiting his turn.
He's waiting his turn.
Right.
Sorry, I'm going to go a bit out there. Sorry, can I have that list again?
Of course.
I am surprised that Inside Out 2 is still there. I thought it would have dropped out for something else, to be honest, especially with the recent...
Well, you don't want him in line.
He should be in line, but I think he should just be waiting in line to get into line.
No. We have a very strict policy at the ladder. All right. So there's no line for a line. You're either in line or you're gone. I'm the bouncer. Get out of here. So,
I almost choked on that, sir.
Oh, see, no, it is good. But Inside Out it deals with Riley as a teenager. They can do something interesting with it. It is Pixar. They are massively a hit or miss with their sequels. I get it. If the trailer or further news doesn't captivate me, then I feel like, it's going to translate over to the general movie-going audience, and I think overall anticipation is going to go down. I don't really know how they feel on Pixar sequels because they make lots of money, but no one seems to really care.
Mm-hmm.
At least not in terms of like something like Up or like Wall-E or something like that, But yeah, 2024 is looking like a little bit of a desert right now. It's quite scarce. Avatar 3 is a big movie, and for it to leave it, the two biggest ones, there are Mission Impossible and Beyond the Spider-Verse. And Beyond the Spider still go. Like, there's no big movie next.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I am sort of thinking about that. Like, you probably saw my face when you said that. And I was like, oh, shit, you're actually right.
Exactly, yeah.
We got such a stacked year this year that next year is very empty. And then 2025 is going to be fucking stacked.
Exactly. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, should I do a very early ladder? Very early ladder, because there are some stuff to pick from. Superman Legacy, Batman Part 2, Avatar 3 now. What's the
there's some Fantastic Four rumor.
Blade, Fantastic Four. Not the Kang Dynasty. But there's some others there, How to Train Your Dragon, live action, stuff like that. Might be a little ladder. It's under construction. Maybe 1-2 spots. We might touch up on it.
A step ladder.
A step ladder. Yeah, we'll do most anticipate a step ladder. Might look into that one if we get nothing good next time for 2024. But yeah, it's not looking too great. But still